Okay, so today is day 1 of running a mile for 30 days. I don't know how I could handle the outdoor elements, so we'll just ease our own way in and I will just do a mile on the treadmill. We'll see how this goes. I have been incorporating more cardio into my workouts. Like I use cardio now to I actually do like a proper warm up. I go on the treadmill for a little bit for my warm ups now. And sometimes I even do a little running beforehand. But typically though, we don't do that much cardio, so this will be interesting. But we'll see how this goes. So we will move on down and get this run in.
You held me back when I tried to move on from your life, so you stole my life by clarity. So hold me back, now you're here, 'cause I'm mad, show no fear. Wanna let you know just how it felt. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we're good? There's no way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now I'm bulletproof, you're my fire gun, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof, don't let me touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. We've been up, we've been down, trying to figure things out. End up losing.
Okay, so we got a mile done. My watch and the treadmill were not on sync. So I will show you what the treadmill says, because I feel like that one is kind of a little bit more accurate to my mile. So there that is. I don't know if you can see it, it's a little bit of a glare there, but we got the mile in under 14 minutes, which I am very surprised by. I was just hoping to get it under under 20 minutes was a goal for me. But I thought best situation possible, I would probably get it under, or not even under, but at or around, a little bit more than 14 minutes. But the fact that I actually got it just under 14 minutes, I am super proud about that. Little pat on the back. I'm definitely out of breath. I'm sure you can tell by my heavy panting that I'm doing. I'll show you what my watch says, if it focuses. Okay, so my watch says that I technically did 1.12 miles under 14 minutes, and then 12:23 was my pace. But I am just extremely satisfied and impressed with myself in the fact that I got it under 14 minutes. I'm so impressed with myself already. I'm just looking forward to seeing how we can improve and how potentially, this could get easier. I love the fog that's happening with my glasses right now. Gotta love it. But we will see how tomorrow goes with the second mile. So see you then.
But I'm done being done, glad I end it all now. I won't ever turn it round again. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we could? There's no way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know you too well. Now I'm bulletproof, you're my fire gun, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof, don't let me touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. 'Cause I'm bulletproof.
Okay, so it's officially been 1 week. I will say, I believe it was day 4. I didn't end up running. It just, time-wise, it just didn't really fit in, and I missed it, which sucks because I wanted to be able to do it every single day. But you know what? We just keep on going. We keep on rolling. So technically, this is my 6th run, even though it's day 7. And today, it is literally
81 degrees out. And of course, my dad's home right now, and he decided that he wanted to mow the lawn. So he had the garage door open, and so like I feel like I'm just drenched in sweat right now. I don't think you can really tell. I just feel really sweaty, like my armpits, my back, everything just feels super sweaty. I don't think I look like I'm really sweaty, but I feel it on my body because I'm just so hot. Yes, but I just wasn't really feeling running today. But we've been improving. Like today, my pace was 11:38. So a little pat on my back. So I'm really excited about that. And I have noticed that I don't stop to walk the mile as often or for as long periods of time. And I also, as like a break in between, like I just mainly go in between speed 5 and 6. And even today, I wanted to test it out a little bit. And so I did the last little bit at speed 7. So that was a little bit of like a sprint for me, basically. So I definitely think my speed has been improving, but that's a little 1 week update, I guess, for you guys. And we will be continuing on with this challenge.
'Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. Now I'm bulletproof. You might find you're gone, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof. Don't let it touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. 'Cause I'm bulletproof.
Hey guys, just got finished my run for the day. It was absolutely atrocious. It's probably been my worst time, even from the very beginning, because I think in the beginning I got my run in under 15 minutes. This time, it took us a good 16, like over 16 minutes, but there's a lot of factors into that. Rude! For starters, for the past week, basically, I've been pretty tired. I don't know. Just quality of sleep just has not been there. And then also, I had the amazing idea to have a leg day before my run. So that wasn't the best idea because I will say my calves, even before I even took one step for my run, were on fire. So that did not help. We did a lot of walking in this run, and we did our run at a slower pace than normal, but we got it done. We got our mile in. I'm exhausted, but we did it. And I'm hoping tomorrow, I definitely won't be doing the leg day tomorrow. I will probably just go and do a run after today. But hopefully tomorrow I'm feeling a bit better. But also, we're over halfway through this. It's day 17. I did totally miss like 2 days, I'm not gonna lie. But those first 2 weeks were rough. And then also, it was just like other things kind of disrupted the amount of time I had in life as well. So we missed 2 runs. I might go ahead and like extend it for 2 days to like make up for those 2 days, because at first I was thinking, oh, I'll just do 1 day where I do 2 miles. That's not happening. That is not happening. Like, I am not a runner. I do not like running. I hate running. This has not made me into a runner. I don't like running, so you know, a elevated walk is more my style, but running, not so much. It's just like, oh, this is dreadful. But we're getting it done. Our heart health is important. And it's just so frustrating because I was doing so well, but now we've been like backtracking in our progress. But hopefully I'm gonna just try and focus on getting good night's sleep every night and just trying to keep up with our energy, have good energy, and we'll see how it goes. But we will continue on with the last few days of this run. Officially completed our 30 days of running. I will be completely honest right now and say we technically did miss 2, so I guess technically it's 28 days of running, but one of the days we had like some guests come over unexpectedly. Like I literally just walked in the house and there were people in our house and there was long chit chats and talks and everything, and so I just didn't end up finding the time by the time they left to get the run in, because I didn't want to be rude and just be like, oh, I gotta go run, I'm just gonna ignore you guys and do my own thing. So that's the reason why I missed that first one. And then the second one I missed, my body was like so done. Like I was exhausted. I had literally no energy that day. I came home from work and I like literally just laid in my bed for the longest time, and I kept on saying, okay, give me 15 minutes and I'll go run. Okay, I'll do it at 6 o'clock. And I just couldn't do it. I was like, okay, let me do it right now. I just can't do it. And so I was not able to do it then. But you know, sometimes you just gotta listen to your body. You just gotta listen and say, hey, today's not the day. We'll try again tomorrow. And so that was like that. And so I think those two were kind of valid excuses as to why I didn't end up running on those days. But I ran every other day besides that, and I'm pretty proud of myself for just completing it in general, because like I've said before and I'll say it again, I am not a runner. I am not a cardio gal in general, and so this was definitely a challenge, but I'm proud of myself because I finished it and I also saw improvements. I ended up only ever running, I did have the intention of possibly running outside a little bit. Didn't end up happening, partially due to weather, partially because I just got really comfortable just running on the treadmill, and I just felt like it was an easier way of getting the run done. But we had like some crazy weather, like literally like it started to get warm, and like one day it was like 82 degrees, literally 2 days later it was like 40 degrees. There was some crazy weather going on out there. So that affected why I didn't end up running outside, but I ended up running on the treadmill the whole time. And the treadmill and the Apple Watch, there's some discrepancies there. The Apple Watch will say that I completed my mile before I completed my mile on the treadmill, so I would always just run until I was finished on the treadmill rather than what my Apple Watch was saying. I don't know why there's that discrepancy. I didn't like look it up or anything, but I did see where they did say like if you're using some type of fitness watch or something like that, like a Fitbit or Apple Watch or something, and you're on the treadmill, always go by whatever the treadmill says rather than what your watch says. I don't know what's up with that, because I would start them at the same time and everything. So with that being said, if we go strictly by my time on the treadmill, it said that I got my first mile done
at 15 minutes and 4 seconds. And today, on my last mile, my mile 30, but really 28, I got my mile done in 12 minutes and 59 seconds. So I was really trying to push to get it under 13 minutes. I was like literally trying to sprint at the very end of that mile so we could get it under. So I think that's like such a good improvement. That's like a solid 2 minutes off of my mile, coming from a girl who like literally doesn't like running. Like that's like one thing. This challenge has not made me become like a running lover. Like it has not done that for me. It just helped me learn some techniques to get through the run. Basically, I know I really need some like good pump up music, and then also something that I kind of already knew that I needed as far as cardio workouts is I need a visual distraction as well. I can't just be staring at the same thing constantly. I need to have like some sort of stimulation of some sort, so whether that's watching TV or videos or something, I just need to watch something. So my last week of running, I would literally watch music videos, because then it would have like that pump up music, but then also I would be visually distracted as well to help me push through a little bit more. And that's definitely something that I've like noticed, is that my endurance has definitely gotten better, because I would take like 5 like walking breaks. I would be like, okay, we ran 1 minute, okay, now we're gonna walk for at least 30 seconds, maybe even a full minute. But we definitely improved from that. Like I am now able to run like a good full half mile, if not longer. I'm able to run for like a good few minutes instead of like walking as much. And I think part of that too is just learning to like pace myself instead of trying to run full out at any time I feel like it. I instead like running at a good pace where I won't get overly tired so soon. But it's definitely been a learning experience. And also another thing I learned literally the last week of running is I kept on getting side stitches, and I'm like, why do I keep on getting side stitches even when I don't eat anything or drink anything right before I run? Like I don't understand, why am I getting all these side stitches? And I googled it, and one of the reasons why some people get side stitches is when they're not breathing through their diaphragm and they're breathing through their chest instead. And I didn't even know that was a thing. I know like sometimes like, you know, like with singing and stuff, like they say to use your diaphragm and everything. Never knew that was also included in running. And also they say like you should breathe with your mouth open, like inhale with your mouth open, which typically you're supposed to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Not when you're running, apparently. And honestly, I could say the last like 2-3 runs I've had no side stitches. But also just to give you like a little bit of information according to my Apple Watch, what they kind of considered my mile to be, which I don't know how accurate this would be, since obviously it's also said that I ran more than 1 mile. But my average pace per mile was 12 minutes and 23 seconds, and it says for my first mile technically that they counted me for, it was done in 12 minutes and 43 seconds. So I will pop it on the screen for you to see. And then also, as far as my last mile that I did today, my average pace was 10 minutes and 40 seconds. And my first mile that I did it in 10 minutes and 21 seconds. Don't know how accurate that is, obviously, since there's the inaccuracy with the actual distance that I went. But that's just a little information there for you to know. So another question to ask is, would I ever do this again? I don't necessarily think so, because I just, when it comes to like these kind of challenges where it's like, do whatever exercise for 30 days straight, or this for da 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 da, I just don't know how realistic it is, because you know, your body needs rest. It needs to recover, and I can honestly say there were some days where I was like wanting to just like curl up in a ball and like cry a little bit, like I don't want to run. And so I don't know if I would ever do this, because I mean the 30 days went by, I feel like, pretty quickly, but in the moment on some of those days I was just like, when is this misery over? So I don't think I would ever do it again, because I just hate running. I'd rather like probably like bike or even just do jumping rope or something than I would running. And I don't even like jumping rope that much. I did it for 7 days. I did well over 1,000 freaking skips on a jump rope, and I probably would rather do that than run. But I think all in all, it was definitely a good experience. I learned a lot more about running. I definitely think I've made improvements in my endurance and my cardiovascular health. And I'm just proud of myself, like I said, that I got it done, because I'm not a runner. And honestly, like, that's all I really wanted to do, is just kind of push myself, challenge myself a little bit, and see if I could get this done. You know, I didn't do perfectly, but I did my very best. For me, it wasn't about, like, you know, losing a bunch of weight or anything like that. I didn't measure myself. I didn't weigh myself or anything before, because I really didn't care. I just wanted to see if I could do it and if I could challenge myself, and just improving in my mile and just seeing how I can improve with my endurance and my mile and everything. That was more important to me than like any numbers or whatever. So I am proud of myself, and that's all that matters, is being proud of your own self for your fitness accomplishments, because it's a fitness journey at the end of the day. So you'll have your ups and downs anyways. So, and I definitely had my ups and downs with running. And even though obviously from the numbers I gave you there was an improvement, there was definitely times where I was doing a lot worse. Like there was even some days where I did worse than my first day, because it came a point probably like midway through where I just was so tired. I think it was around the day that like I ended up not running at all, and it took me forever to recover from that, because even though I did have like that one rest day, it's still, my body still wasn't fully recovered, I don't think. And obviously too, like, energy levels of not getting enough sleep had something to do with that too, but I think also my body was like fatiguing a little, and so there were definitely a few days there where I had a real bad mile. But you know, it's okay. You'll have days like those. There's people who run every single day of their lives who have days like those. So like, I didn't like harp on it too much. It was a little annoying and a little frustrating, but at the end of the day, like, it's whatever. So guys, that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed this video, you can give this video a thumbs up. You can also comment down below, and if you like to see more videos like this and more videos of me, you can also subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye guys.